I mean, we dabbled in it in the early days because we were young and, you know, you're inquisitive, really. But as far as any kind, we never sacrificed anybody on stage or anything like that. The image was built up basically from when we did the first album. The record company did the album cover, and that's what done it. The inside of the cover was upside down cross. And so that sort of started everybody off. And
you've got your cross on today, the right way up. But
yes, it's always the right way up.
I mean, I wonder if that's a kind of makes it a little bit disingenuous, really, the idea of being from the dark side. It was a sort of a cheap thrill for the audience.
No, we believe in what we do, what we play. And everything we play is, we have to feel it and believe in it. The audience, you can only judge by, we've been here for 45 years. I mean, you answer it.
What about the Devil's Interval? Tell me about that, the diminished fifth.
Well, that, again, was just something I liked. I never even thought of it. I never even knew about it, to be honest, when I first did it. And then later I knew, oh, you shouldn't be playing those notes. Why? I mean, I didn't understand all that. I mean, we were 19 years old, you know.
You need to explain that, I think, for people watching. What was behind that? What was the sound? And
well, Black Sabbath was the first song that had that in. And that was apparently the notes you never use, which we did. But I never knew that. And to me, it was creating music, and that's all I do, is create music. I don't try and create anything to destroy people or to upset anybody. And as I say, it's helped more people than they say that supposedly we're Satanists and stuff. We're certainly not.
But these things have consequences, don't they? I mean, for some quite baleful consequences. In the autobiography you wrote, you talk about a case of a nurse who killed herself, and Paranoid was playing on the turntable.
That's right, yeah.
Beside her.
That's right. And we never know what that reason was. You know, there's always going to be something, isn't there? There's always going to be something they'll find.
Does it bother you?
Well, you hate to hear anybody that's killed themselves. That's not saying it was us. It was saying they'd found Paranoid on the turntable.
Ozzy was quoted back in 2004 as saying, you remember that guy from New York, Son of Sam, who was killing all the chicks? When they got into his apartment, he supposedly had the lyrics to After Forever written on his wall. I thought, are we going too far? Did you?
No, I never did. I mean, the lyrics are what happens in the world, you know. The geezer, I mean, you'd have to talk to him, because I don't do that. I do all the music. But what Geezer would write about was what he'd seen and what he felt and what we were going through, our lives, the people we were bumping into, and the type of people and the things we were seeing.
You say, obviously, the lyrics he wrote, but you were part of that. You were part of the atmosphere, part of building that whole environment, the image, the sound, of course, which was so important to it. That creates some responsibility, doesn't it?
I think if you're looking into it that deep, yeah. I mean, we looked on it as this is music, and the lyrics were written because Geezer said to me that he has to write powerful lyrics to go with the powerful music.
So it was your fault, not his.
Well, probably my fault then.
You got your route out of Aston. Quite a lifestyle in the 70s, by all accounts, certainly what you've written. I mean, it sounds like, you know, you could have what you wanted, whether it was Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, women, drugs. Quite a lifestyle. Is it a lifestyle you look back on with affection or regret?
I can't change it, but there's certain things you think, oh, you know, you could have done it in a different way.
What things?
Well, a lot of the stuff. I mean,
give me some examples.
The drug side of it, for instance. I mean, if I'd have known what I know now, I certainly wouldn't have dabbled to that extent. I don't think any of us would.
Ozzy Osbourne has described cocaine as the cancer of the band.
Yeah, it was, absolutely.
How much damage do you think it did to you longer term?
As far as the band was concerned, I think it done a lot of damage. Initially, we thought it was great and we thought it was helping us create. But at the end of the day, when it came to a point where we had to replace Ozzy, we were in a bad way, and he was certainly in a bad way, and we had to fire him, which was awful.
Did you do it face to face?
Well, actually, the drummer did it. He told him. We were going to tell him altogether, but Bill stepped in and told him without us. And it was a terrible thing to do. But Ozzy got to a stage where he wasn't into it anymore, and he was doing too much of everything. And we all were doing stuff, but he was worse than what we were. He was a few stages ahead of us.
What were you doing?
What was I doing? I was doing cocaine and Quaaludes and the stuff around at that time. But that was about far, no acid or anything like that.